Whoa, what's good, man? My name is FlemLo. Want to welcome y'all back to another episode of This Week in Last Chance U. Just as a quick heads up, man, going into the off season, news is probably going to come a little bit slower, so we'll likely do these every other week instead of every week, unless of course something crazy happened that I just gotta let y'all know about, so the episodes might be a little bit shorter, but the information in them, as always, will be A1. But all of that being said, our main story for the day, we got some really exciting news, and we're gonna get into all that in just a second. Now, if you're brand new here, bro, don't forget to subscribe and enable your notifications. Also, if you only watch the Last Chance U stuff on the channel, be sure to check out the marquee series on this channel, which is my What Happened To series. Been dropping some bangers recently, some dope stories of some forgotten players and some players that you haven't forgotten about, but you might not have known the full story on certain situations, so make sure y'all checking those out. In today's video, we got news on JB dealing with trolls on Twitter, Ronald Ollie NFL dream, Deandre Johnson makes another move, and more. Without further ado, y'all already know what time it is. This week in Last Chance U. Chew the Wayne. Now, real quick before we jump into the video, I gotta give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, SeatGeek. Now, SeatGeek is an app that aggregates tickets from all over the internet, putting them in one place with the sole purpose of making the buying process as simple as possible for you. They have a very simple grading scale where they grade each ticket from 1 to 100, allowing you to assess the value of each deal with pretty much just a quick glance. They also allow you to preview the view from each seat so you know exactly what your seats are gonna look like before you even get there. And when you put all of this together, it greatly simplifies the ticket buying process. Now, if you want to download the SeatGeek app, all you gotta do, click the link in the description, and don't forget to use my code FlemLo for $20 off your first purchase. Let's get it. Let's lead off with some JB talk because my guy's been hella busy on the recruiting trail. And he's one of these coaches who's really learned how to leverage social media to help him with that recruiting process as well. And he's had a pretty interesting week just on Twitter alone. First, someone decided to troll FSU by creating a false report saying that JB was considering a job as an offensive coordinator at Florida State. Now, this is clearly not a real report, and you can pretty easily see that. And I saw some articles kind of go at JB saying that he took this situation way too seriously, even though all he really said was consider the source of your news. Now, I can almost guarantee you the reason for this is because, once again, he's on the recruiting trail. So once rumors like this start to swirl, no matter what source they come from, that's a real threat to actually bringing in recruits. So he was either trying to get out in front of that by just not letting this rumor swirl. Let me just, boom, put that to bed right there. But it's actually more likely that one of his recruits or one of their parents or something like that spoke to him about this or said something to him about this. And he just wanted to put everybody at ease, like, bro, check out the source. This is clearly fake. I'm not going anywhere. You got to think he's been sitting in people's living room, looking them in the face, promising them stuff, getting them to come to this school, and then a report comes out, as BS as the report might be, saying that he thinking about going to FSU. Like, that would create some issues. So I definitely think he addressed it appropriately. So that's that. Then a few days later, he retweeted this to let kids know some of the schools who had came by Indy in just the last couple days. Here's where Coach Ken Goodwin from Stonehill College decides to chime in. First off, it's a little weird that he's stalking his page. He's choosing to respond in this public forum. I mean, this is kind of a PSA to the kids that independence is recruiting, and for another coach to just come to my Twitter and have something to say about it, it's weird. It's weird. Anyway, what he chimed in with is kind of a valid question. He said, do you get the kids scholarships or do they earn them? Okay, fair enough. JB responds, both. My reputation precedes itself. I don't have a ton to say about that. I mean, I think that's true. Yeah, the kids do earn them, but going to a junior college and independence specifically does help, you know, to give you a platform in order to earn the scholarship. So he's right, it's both. Let's say I'm a player for YouTube, right? Now, I've worked hard, and a lot of y'all have seen me work hard. You see me grind and come from nothing to make this my job. So I definitely deserve credit for that. But YouTube gave me a platform to be able to do that. They already had a system in place with a team of scouts already out here looking for talent, aka a bunch of viewers, you guys, who were already out here on YouTube looking for content. I was able to leverage that platform to showcase my ability to a built-in audience that was already on the platform that was provided. So no matter how much YouTube might piss me off or I might disagree with something that they do, it doesn't change the fact that without the platform, I would likely not be in the situation that I'm in today. So yeah, he's right. It's both. Ronald Ollie is talking NFL dreams in a recent Twitter post. Here's what he had to say. Excited for the new chapter. What a season. I couldn't have drawn it up any better. Although we fell short of our ultimate goal, we came together as a family and brought a championship to Thibodeau. I want to thank all my coaches and teammates for allowing me to come back and be a part of something special. I also want to thank all my fans, both from Last Chance U and Nickel State. I'm a Colonel for life and I'm excited for my future. I've dreamed about playing in the NFL my whole life, and if you know me, then you'll understand. I look forward to seeing all of my fans and family support me throughout this process. Thank you all so much. Number 93. First off, wishing all the blessings and good fortunes to the young King Ollie. The man has come a hell of a long way. He's worked very hard to put himself in a position to continue to chase his dream. And I think I may have an idea where he's going to be doing a decent portion of his training. And I just may have some firsthand information coming for y'all very soon, so stay tuned for that. There was also a recent tweet from DJ Law, and just like we reported last time, it appears that he's still doing some type of training. Here's what he had to say. Arizona today, hoping everything goes good with this workout. God is good, been screaming that since day one, and I ain't gonna stop now. So it sounds like DJ's working out for a team. Not sure what team, not sure what level, it doesn't matter. DJ Law is back, chasing his dream, doing his thing. Go get it, bro. Good luck. Now for the last story of the day. Check out what Deandre Johnson posted on social media yesterday. After careful consideration, I'll be moving forward as a graduate transfer and leaving Florida Atlantic University to complete my remaining 2 years of eligibility. I would like to thank everyone at FAU for the opportunity to play college football, but most importantly, to obtain my degree from an incredible university. To all the OWL fans, I want to thank you for the support. To my former teammates, who I will miss tremendously, I wish you much success in the future. Lastly, a special thanks to the Trickett family, FAU coaching staff, former FAU athletic director Patrick Chung, and Dr. John Kelly for your belief in me during an important time in my life. I have no comments regarding my future at this time, but I ask that you respect my decision as I figure out the new path God has planned for me. Alright, so there's a lot to unpack there. First off, Deandre's moving on as a graduate transfer so he can play immediately wherever he goes. Second off, he's moving on as a graduate transfer, so he graduated, he got his degree. That's great. Now he says in there that he's got 2 years of eligibility left, and I mean, that's huge. Now ESPN has him listed as a junior, and FAU's website had him listed as a redshirt junior, and he also played in more than 4 games this season, so I'm not 100% sure exactly how that works, but I don't really care. I mean, if you got 2 years of eligibility left, amazing, you feel me? Now obviously I've been covering Deandre for a while. I've been covering his woes at FAU in particularly a lot lately, so I'm really happy that he put himself in a position to be able to get out of there and get himself to another situation. Now, if I'm being honest, I never really thought Lane Kiffin gave Deandre a fair shake. Even when he came in versus FIU, won the game, played great, got the Shula Bowl MVP. The very next week, he was back on the bench. And at that point, we was all screaming, yo, transfer. You know what I'm saying? We was all screaming, yo, you gotta get out of there, bro. Screaming that pretty much at the top of our lungs. I almost feel like the man was strung along for like 2 years. Because if y'all remember, bro, I dropped mad reports of Lane Kiffin saying, yo, it could be either guy. Oh, it's neck and neck, right? If it's neck and neck and then the first guy's playing like garbage, the second guy gets in and plays well, how is the first guy back starting the next week if it's neck and neck, if it could go either way? So, you know, for me, it's just like, I'm just glad he's removed himself from that situation. I'm even more happy about the way he handled it. He was super cool the entire time. He was a great teammate, even though he's an amateur and doesn't get paid. He handled himself like a professional, you understand? He didn't gripe, he didn't complain, and he stayed ready. So kudos to Deandre for that. Now Deandre asked for some time as he kind of figures out what his future is gonna bring. I'm sure he's got some ideas, but you know, this is gonna be a huge decision once again, like to see how he's gonna handle this, where he's gonna go, what he's gonna do. Once we find out, I will let you guys know, but I'm definitely wishing the man the best. I hope he figures it out, and I hope he lands in the spot for somebody who's gonna appreciate him and actually give him an opportunity to play the game that he loves. And with that being said, I do wanna give FAU and Lane Kiffin hella credit, like, because I don't like how that kind of came off. They gave him a scholarship to come back. They gave him an opportunity to compete, and then when he had the blood clot in his throwing arm, stuck with him, you know, had him come back and get everything situated there, and he was able to get his degree there. So I'm not trying to like bash them or anything like that. I'm just saying I hope Deandre goes somewhere where he's gonna have an opportunity to actually play quarterback. That's all I'm saying. All right, man, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you haven't seen my Last Chance U vlogs from when I went to Indy, make sure y'all subscribe to my Base for Impact channel. It's more of a personal channel, more of an inspiring channel if y'all want to check that out. Other than that, I'm gonna holler at you next time. My name is FlemLo Raps.